I will have to figure out why my phone so loves cutting me off in the middle of my videos. Or perhaps, when I have the time, learn to use some editing software. But to continue, I think that where intuition comes from is the fact that we use only part of our brains consciously. Now, the percentage varies, and most of the rest of the brains that people are like, oh, we could consciously tap into that and become smarter, are actually just regulated to regulating body functions. But our senses do pick up on more than we consciously process. We do sometimes hear things that we don't realize we remember until later. And our mind is capable of sometimes processing things faster than we consciously process them. So I think intuition is really just when your subconscious is doing its job, and that your emotions are often there to tell you something important about yourself or about the situation. So they shouldn't be ignored. It's as dangerous to ignore your emotions as it is to follow them blindly without looking at the facts. When you feel very strongly about a situation, you should find out exactly why. Now, this means learning everything you can about the subject of your intent, and learning everything you can about how and why you feel the way that you do about it. Looking at things from a factual standpoint. See, when you follow your emotions blindly, it prevents you from growing as a person. It basically stunts your emotional growth as well as your social growth, meaning that when you follow your emotions, I think that you're following, if you do this for years, following more stunted emotions, and it leads down a very dangerous path. So when you feel very emotional about something, you should learn as much as you can about that subject, preferably from people who disagree with you on it. You should self-reflect to see why you feel the way you do. And you'll either have learned something about the subject and be able to educate others about exactly why things are the way that they are, or your opinion might even change. Both have happened to me on many occasions. So, how similar are religion and social justice really? Well, they fill the same role for our psychology and for our sociology. They come from the same emotional need, the fear of the unknown, and they lead to the same kind of decisions, of feelings over facts. Religion is slightly more structured and perhaps thus more stable than social justice, but both are equally dangerous, because that brings us to the title of this now 2-part video: Nuke the gay baby whales for Jesus. See, this is the problem with following feelings over facts, is that once you feel strongly enough